Randall Olson is a lead data scientist. He wrote on his website that he's a self-described specialist in artificial intelligence, data visualization, and machine learning. That's why when a woman named Tracy Stater from Discovery News sent him a message about the most optimal road trip to travel across the U.S., it immediately piqued Olson's interest. There are many requirements for this trip though. First is that it had to stop at all of the 48 contiguous states in the United States. Second, all stops must be at national parks, national natural landmarks, national monuments, or national historic sites. The last requirement was that the trip is entirely doable with a car and that it must never leave the US throughout the process. On his personal blog, Randall wrote, "With those objectives in mind, Tracy compiled a list of 50 major U.S. landmarks, one in each state excluding Alaska, Hawaii and including D.C., and 2 in California." Randall then used certain algorithm to determine the route to all 50 landmarks by Google Maps. He said that if you've ever used Google Maps to get the directions between 2 addresses, that's basically what we had to do here. Except this time, we needed to look up 2,450 directions to get the true distance between all 50 landmarks, a monumental task if we had to do it by hand. Thankfully, the Google Maps API makes this information freely available, so all it took was a short Python script to calculate the distance and time driven for all 2,450 routes between the 50 landmarks. Then, Randall and Tracy were confronted with the traveling salesman issue. For them to take the shortest route, they need to plan their trip in advance and backtrack only as little as possible. So Randall implemented the use of a genetic algorithm to map out the whole trip. After less than a minute, the genetic algorithm reached a near-perfect solution that makes a complete trip around the US in only 13,699 miles of driving. Note: there's an extra stop in Cleveland to force the route between Vermont and Michigan to stay in the US rather than go through Canada. If you're able to drive through Canada without issue, then take the direct route through Canada instead, Randall said. He concluded that the trip would take about 224 hours of driving and would take 2 to 3 months. He also mentioned that the best part of the tour was that it was designed so that you can start anywhere on the route as long as you follow it from then on. You'll hit every major area in the US on this trip, and as an added bonus, you won't spend too long driving through the endless cornfields of Nebraska. Are you up for the ultimate road trip across the United States? Who do you want to take on a road trip with you? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to tag your travel buddy. Like and share this video on Facebook and Twitter if you agree. Don't forget to support this channel by clicking on the donation link down below and subscribing so you never miss any of our trending reports. What do you think about this report? Scroll down to comment below. Now if you are seeking the latest trends in fashion, and electronics and gifts and more at the best prices, please feel free to visit www.atthismall.com. Once again, that is www.atthismall.com.